This is Mac OS Ken.
Paying more for TSMC processors, Apple pulls some communications apps in China, and going point counterpoint on Earth Day, when we will party like it's your Earth Day and sip Bacardi like it's a day that ends in Y. It is Friday, the 19th of April, 2024. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from macOS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSKen. What will the U.S. get for the $6.6 billion in funding it's pledged to TSMC for chip plants in Arizona? The answer could be higher-priced devices. That's an oversimplification, of course. I mean, there are jobs, there are services that grow around new industry. There's a little less worry about what happens if China rolls into Taiwan and tries to take over TSMC. That said, I don't know how many people had higher prices for iPhones on their bingo card. And yet that is apparently what is being called. Engadget says chips from TSMC could be more expensive if the companies that need them go for chips made outside of Taiwan. As a piece from the Financial Times points out, the company makes more than 90% of its chips in Taiwan. Making them elsewhere is costlier, a cost that they are passing on to their customers. Talks with TSMC buyers over higher prices have already begun, according to the report. They're not secret talks either. On a recent earnings call, TSMC CEO C.C. Wei was quoted as saying, "If a customer requests to be in a certain geographical area, the customer needs to share the incremental cost. In today's fragmented globalization environment, cost will be higher for everyone, including TSMC, our customers, and our competitors." Cue the frenzied headlines about more expensive iPhones in 3, 2... Wonder what's taking so long. Hey, speaking of China, a piece from the Wall Street Journal says Apple has been forced to yank, chosen to yank a number of social and communication apps from its App Store in the Middle Kingdom. China ordered Apple to remove some of the world's most popular chat messaging apps from its App Store in the country, according to the report. Newly kicked from the store are Meta's WhatsApp and Threads, along with the messaging platforms Signal, Telegram, and Line. And you'll never guess what Apple said. I'm kidding. Of course you will. Or would if I gave you a chance. A statement from an Apple spokesperson to the Journal said, "We are obligated to follow the laws in the countries where we operate, even when we disagree." Travelin' Tim won't stop trotting the globe. Vietnam, Indonesia. Now look at him, showing up in Singapore. Apple Insider says Apple CEO Tim Cook sailed through Singapore on Thursday, where he announced that Apple will spend $250 million to expand its existing campus there. Building, literally and figuratively, on over 4 decades in the country. A press release from Apple on the expansion had Cook saying, "Singapore is truly a one-of-a-kind place, and we are proud of the connection we built with this dynamic community of creators, learners, and dreamers. With our growing campus, Apple is writing a new chapter in our history here. Our Singapore teams have played an important role in enriching the lives of our customers, and we can't wait for many more decades of innovation to come." Next time Apple CEO is traveling in the States, he'll want to take care picking his hotel. Choose the right one and he might be able to enjoy the content on his iPhone on the TV in his room. After what feels like forever, Apple says AirPlay is finally happening for certain hotels. In a press release issued Thursday, the company said guests staying at select properties from IHG Hotels and Resorts can use AirPlay to privately and securely stream their favorite shows and movies on Apple TV Plus and other popular streaming services, listen to personal playlists on Apple Music or other platforms, view vacation photos, practice a presentation, play fun games on Apple Arcade, or get a workout or meditation in with Apple Fitness Plus on the big screen in their guest rooms. That was all one sentence, and I actually took words out. The whole thing hinges on a unique QR code on the room's compatible LG TV. Apple says each QR code is unique to the hotel room and ensures that content is available only to the user, meaning anything guests share to the hotel TV stays personal and private. When they check out, their connection to the TV is erased, so future guests and hotel staff can't access the user's activity. The service has gone live for more than 60 IHG properties in North America. Those include certain Kimpton hotels and restaurants, Hotel Indigo, Candlewood Suites, and Intercontinental Hotels and Resorts. It looks like Apple retail is going bigger and classier in Montreal. The French-Canadian news site La Presse says that the holder of workshops and seller of stuff is taking space in a century-old 3-story building on St. Catherine Street West. Nothing official on that from Apple. The site gets the news from 3 sources, including a real estate broker in the sector. Thing is, though, the company's current location on St. Catherine Street West is already available for rent on the website of a property manager, so yeah, it looks like it's happening. The new location is currently being renovated by Sajo. La Presse has the firm's website saying that it has been building Apple stores in North America and Europe for nearly 20 years. I don't want to tell them how to do their job, but Apple's probably going to want to open it sooner than that. Apple did not respond to requests for comment from La Presse. Earth Day is Monday. Leading up to it this week, Apple has heralded some of what it sees as its environmental wins, while others have said, well, yeah, but Apple promoted trade-ins and electronics recycling on its homepage, according to a piece from 9to5Mac. That led the repair people at iFixit to post about how Apple should make its devices more repair-friendly. It also prompted a story from Bloomberg Businessweek on the secrets of Apple's trade-in and recycling system, one riddled with theft and waste, according to one comment I saw. Apple put out a video saying goodbye leather. That's an environmental move made by the company since last Earth Day. Apple did away with leather for watch bands and other accessories when it introduced new iPhone and Apple Watch models last fall. Of course, the Goodbye Leather video led to a number of articles, including one from Cult of Mac, about the rocky reception leather's fine woven replacement has received. I'm not saying Apple shouldn't blow its own horn, nor am I saying people shouldn't speak up if a note sounded by Apple sounds off. I just didn't feel like doing the back and forth this week. Environmentally, Apple is doing better than a lot of companies. I think we can all agree on that. There is also almost always room for improvement, no matter who you are or what you do. I think we can all agree on that. If you want to read more about what the company says it has done, it did share its latest environmental progress report. You can find that at apple.com/2030, the year by which Apple has pledged to be carbon neutral. If you want to focus on Earth Day yourself, Apple is offering a couple of things to do: watch TV and or go outside. Starting on the TV, the second season of the Emmy Award-winning Apple TV Plus series Jane hits today. Apple explains the show, saying the mission-driven series for kids and families is inspired by the work of world-renowned ethologist and conservationist Dr. Jane Goodall, DBE, founder of the Jane Goodall Institute, and the United Nations Messenger of Peace. The show centers on Jane Garcia, a 9-year-old budding environmentalist on a quest to save endangered animals. Using her powerful imagination, Jane takes her best friend David and Graybeard, the chimpanzee, on epic adventures to help protect wild animals all around the world, because according to her idol, Dr. Jane Goodall, only if we understand will we care, only if we care will we help, only if we help can they be saved. Season 2 consists of 5 episodes. All 5 are available to stream now on Apple TV+. And finally today, as it has done in years past, Apple is marking Earth Day Monday with an Apple Watch Activity Challenge. To complete the challenge, says a piece from Mac Rumors, Apple Watch owners will need to complete a workout that lasts for 30 minutes or longer, with the activity recorded through the workout app or an app that adds information to the Health app. That needs to be done on Earth Day, Monday, the 22nd of April. I lied, by the way, when I said you had to go outside. Blech. Where the Earth is. Blech. Inside, outside, wherever. Record your 30-minute workout, and you'll get a virtual medallion plus some animated outside focus stickers. Just stare at your watch. Who needs outside? I know, Monday's busy. Still, Earth Day comes but once a year. If you want the doodads and what's it and to mark Earth Day some way, make sure you've set 30 minutes aside. Later today on the checklist, brought to you by SecureMac, over 500,000 Roku accounts were compromised recently. We'll look at what's being done and ways to keep your accounts safe. Plus talk of a scary iPhone exploit that probably doesn't exist. That is all on checklist number 372, brought to you by SecureMac. Find it at securemac.com/checklist or wherever you get podcasts. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.